We in the the smoke shop. Can y'all introduce where we at, who we with, and what this group is about?
I go top down.
All right, here. What's the deal, y'all? My name's NMG Chemo from Chicago. Rapper, trapper, entrepreneur, all of that. We at Hubchi Smoke Shop on Melrose, 7223 Melrose Avenue in Los Angeles, in the heart of Hollywood. It's a smoke shop, but it's not really just a smoke shop. It's like it's got 2 studio setups in here. Hella artists be pulling up, collaborating, working together, engineers, producers, songwriters, everything, even actors, comedians, all different type of people be pulling up here. It's a collective of artists and creatives, filmers. Everybody be coming here and getting busy for real. So my name's NMG Chemo. That's where we at.
Yep. Yeah. Greetings, salutations. You feel me?
Salutations, fine shits.
You feel me? Like they call me Q here. If you know me, if you don't, you read my name. If you speak English, it says Quince. If you speak Spanish, it says Quince. You feel me? But yeah, you know where we at, bro. We right here on Melrose at the smoke shop. You know what I'm saying? This is a staple in the land. And look, in this whole lineup, I'm the only one from Los Angeles. So I'm holding it down for the land and I'm holding it down for the IE.
Hey.
Shout out to the IE, y'all know. You feel me? But yeah, bro, this is a staple and, you know, like this is where people come to make dreams happen, where people come to, you know, get things done. So I feel honored to be here. I'm glad everybody else is here, you feel me? But yeah, that's what I do, or that's who I am, what I do. I say I'm an artist, you know? I'm good with a pencil, a pen, you know, you got a big wall, hit it up, you know what I'm saying? You got a track, I'll shit on it probably, you know what I mean? But yeah, bro, like, that's what I do, bro. I'm just an all-around artist, and like, I like to be in the same environment with my people, so yeah, that's me, bro.
Hello again, you know what I'm saying? It's Dalen, D-A-L-E-N, D-Ski, Captain Twister, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? We in this motherfucker. This is the smoke shop that we be in on Melrose. You probably see it in all of our videos, if not, you know what I'm saying, on our stories and shit like that. Yeah, like you said, this is the place where dreams really be coming true. Like, you be thinking one day that you know what I'm saying, nothing happened yesterday, and then next thing you know, like Key, you know what I'm saying, a childhood favorite artist pops down the street, and then they just like, oh, we fuck with you, like, let's get you on a song, you know what I'm saying? So it's like really just how magic really happens over here. And man, we just be doing the craziest work. Being here brought me to everybody around here, you know what I'm saying?
Same.
Like Key, one of the craziest, everything he said he's that and 10 times more, you know what I'm saying? Q, this man's Q is the lyricist of the century, you know what I'm saying? Fucking Ace is exactly what the fuck his name is, you know what I'm saying? But he can introduce himself in a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know me. We got familiar.
All right, for sure. My name Ace. I go by Ace 2 times. And just like you said, the boy is a jack of all trades, man. I'm an engineer, mixing, mastering, recording, songwrite. I'm an artist myself, sing and rap. Shit, what else? Got 2 degrees. Music production and audio production.
That's major.
Nigga thinks he's Tony Stark.
At 22.
Nah, that's major, bro.
I'm from
accolades.
Dallas,
Like
Texas. And I've traveled, though. I've seen the world. I used to be around in Europe and stuff. So I feel like I've been able to kind of like have a different perspective than a lot of people on seeing like how people react in different places. And you pull up and it's like, okay, these people don't laugh at the same things that those people laugh at, and these people, they like this, and these niggas don't. You gotta figure that out quick. You only got like 2 or 3 missed jokes before niggas don't fuck with you no more.
Too true,
So,
bro.
yeah, for sure. That's me, jack of all trades.
That's what's up. Q said something very important, that he the only LA native here.
Yeah.
Because I think everyone that usually come here, even myself, I'm from San Diego.
Okay.
And originally from the Philippines, but lived in San Diego most of my life. And so everyone that comes to LA is really brought to LA because they trying to make something.
Facts.
They're trying to build something. They're trying to meet people. They're just trying to elevate themselves. And I think that's such a dope thing that LA has. So I want y'all to kind of just, the ones that ain't from here, just, you know, give us a little thing on how you got here and why you chose to be here.
My bad, nigga.
Brother, this
You know how I be.
that chemo story. That chemo story.
All right, so boom. I guess the best way I could put it is in like the form of some game for real. So if you're from wherever you're from, you've been doing music wherever you're at, it's time to expand. You know what I'm saying? It's like a shark gets bigger if you put it in a bigger body of water. So when you come out to LA, you find out where it's busting, you find where everybody's at, where everybody's networking. Melrose is lit, even though it's died down for sure in the last couple of years. It's still where you're gonna bump into everybody. Like since I got the shop on Melrose, I started a Microsoft Excel sheet, and it's called the industry contact list. No exaggeration, there's 97 names on that list. All people who just walked in through this door,
Fire.
seeing we all artists in this bitch, seeing we all make music, have motion, get money, and they just attach to us. I got A&Rs who come from Capitol Records, check in, pop in on us. There's celebrities we can't even name who be FaceTiming, popping in, walking up, making sure we cool, giving us advice, all different types of shit. So I feel like if you want to take your shit serious, you come out here, you come to where everybody's at, you get to Hollywood and you get busy. You start mingling, you start networking, you start showcasing your shit. And I feel like it's the way to push the needle forward for damn sure, you know?
Most definitely.
Exactly that. I'm an LA native,
bro.
so you feel me? Pass that on, homie.
Don't eat that shit when you talking.
Well, I mean, even though you're LA native, it's still, talk about how you got to this part, like this area. I know
yeah.
because you're probably from somewhere other part of LA, right?
Yeah,
you
I'm
know
like,
what I mean?
bro. So look, I was born in Baldwin Park. For those who don't know where Baldwin Park is, you feel me? That's that way. You get what I'm saying? So that's where I was born at. But I bounced around LA a lot, bro. I lived in Alhambra, Rosemead, which is the SGV. You know what I mean? So LA is so big and it has so many components. I landed in the IE though. You feel me? Anybody from the IE know what I'm talking about. If I'm talking about the Riv or I'm talking about Ontario, you feel me? Or I'm talking about the P. Shout out to the P, you feel me? But yeah, bro, I bounced around a lot. I was cutting hair before anything else, and I used to be embarrassed to tell people that I rap.
Okay.
I would tell people like, oh, I manage artists, because I thought that was more like
Reputable.
yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
I thought
yeah.
that was just a little more like on the presentable side of things. When you're a rapper, they're like, oh, what's your SoundCloud, dude? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't really take you serious. So for a long time, I actually did that. Like, people around me were artists, and I started trying to kind of like help manage their career. And it was other people who pushed me to be like, yo, you need to do music. So again, I was chasing that haircutting dream, and I ended up at a school up here cutting hair.
Okay.
And I needed some weed, you feel me? And I was broke as hell, so I called like 6 smoke shops. Every smoke shop was like, nah, we don't do that, bro. I'm like, damn, you feel me? Like, I called one more smoke shop, and it was like 3 minutes from my sister's crib. So I'm like, okay, I might be able to make something happen. This dude answers the phone, and I'm like, yo, can I get some weed? He's like, yeah, we got some. I'm like, okay, cool. Can I get a gram? I thought he was about to be like, click right in my face, like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. No, he was like, yeah, come through. I was like, damn, that's love. I pulled up. I met this dude with a beard and some glasses, you feel me? And he was like, yo, we just started chopping, and he asked me why I'm out here. And I told him, I cut hair. Yeah, I'm being extra squeaky on this, you feel me? But he ended up telling me like, oh, you know what? Like, we do a lot of stuff here too. You know, we make music and all that. I told him I cut hair, I make music. So he's like, come through one of these days, meet some of the other guys. So I came through, and somebody that looked kind of like him walked through this big cloud of fog. I'm like, yo, I thought it was him, so I said, what up? You feel me? And I see face tats. I'm like, oh shit. Like, oh, that's not him. So I'm like, I think I introduced myself, bro, off the rip. Love, come to the back. Made a song that day, bro.
Damn, see, that's fire.
Crazy.
That's fire, and that's what's dope if you're willing to just try to connect. Like shit like that happens all the time. As long as you got the confidence to actually like just go and ask, you know.
God will tell you, bro.
Yeah.
Like the people around you will push you to that. I was pushed here, you feel me? And
Yeah.
like you can avoid it all you want, but if you're made for something, bro, it's gonna happen. You know, you can't avoid it.
Ooh, bars.
Say you walked through
That's
a cloud
fine.
of fog. I'm dead. Welcome.
Oh, and for those that don't know California, IE is Inland Empire.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna say it again. Shout out to IE though. Oh yeah, and for those who are from the IE and get mad that I said the P is in the IE, look, bro, let's be honest here, bro. You feel me? They don't know what I'm talking about, but the Pomona's the last city in LA County. So a lot of Pomona niggas be like, nah, hell no, this LA.
Yeah.
But bro, you pass it, you know what I'm saying? We passed
I'm not
LA
even
like
from
30
here.
minutes
I'm
ago,
not even
gang.
from here, and that shit
Feel
like
me?
40 minutes away.
Yeah, shout out to
Yeah.
my LA niggas, my
That's
P
funny.
niggas, my IE niggas, all that, bro.
All right, go ahead, Dalen.
How'd you get here, D?
Oh, me? Man, I was always like, I was always a really artsy kid. I used to draw a lot. That's the only way my mama could get me to shut up.
I could see that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And then I used to like listen to my favorite songs, and I used to write the lyrics to my favorite songs. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard.
And I used to like have just like notebooks of just all my favorite. It was the stupidest songs in the world, though. You know what I'm saying? But as a kid, I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? But I remember I'd like listen to the songs, I'd pause the songs, and then like that's just how I started getting into writing and stuff like that. And then the more I just started doing a whole lot of artsy stuff, everybody was always like, bro, you're at Vibes LA. You know what I'm saying? I would be like, bro, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, like, especially growing up in Woodbridge, like you say one thing, you know what I'm saying? Because like I grew up at a skate park for real. And I started talking like the skate park niggas. They're like, bro, you sound like a dude from LA, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like that really just like that really annoyed me. But like at the end of the day, like look where I am. Yeah. So like people would always just say that enough for me to like think maybe I should go to somewhere artsy like LA. You know what I'm saying? I've been going to New York all my life. I'd like to go to the opposite side. And yeah, I planted feet here. I was supposed to go to Florida, actually. Most niggas don't know that. I was supposed to go to Florida instead of LA. But I was like, fuck it, let me go to LA. And yeah,
But
4 years later.
How did you, from coming from where you're from,
Mm-hmm.
how did you even get the accent of LA? Like, were you watching a bunch of skate videos? Like, what was you doing?
Like, it's not even an LA accent for real. You know what I'm saying? It's just a skater dude talk. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, gotcha.
So when I'm hanging around skaters a lot and like, yeah, bro, like, what's up, dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, that slowly starts to influence the way I talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then
That's crazy. That's how y'all see LA niggas? That's
but,
wild.
nah, but like that's how the rest of the world saw LA.
Yeah, no, for real though.
LA, like even like I feel like even like in the trenches or skate parks, like in LA, y'all talk proper,
Proper
That's
as
facts.
fuck.
We
proper.
enunciate.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
Y'all
enunciate.
enunciate every single word. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah,
facts.
I don't know. That's just how I got that. And then yeah, I came here and I went to school. I went to LA Film School. That's where I met Ace. And when you make the best shit, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you in your small little bubble and you wonder like, am I good or am I just good for where I am? You know what I'm saying? And then you get to a certain point of like being in a space where everybody here is doing exactly what you're doing, and you're still like you still running circles around most people, but the only people you're not running circles around are your friends because they're the ones who are also running circles around everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
fire.
And they just gravitated to you because you did the best, and you gravitated to them because they did the best. You know what I'm saying? And now all my peoples are the top tier artists, and I listen to their music more than I listen to like people who are signed to big labels.
You're the average
That's
of your
fine.
peers, bro. You know, if you look around and, you know, I did this before. I looked at everybody in the room that I spend most of my time with, and I found 3 good things and 3 bad things about them. Sometimes, bro, I found way more than 3 good things about, you know, like, people around me, but sometimes I couldn't find bad things. Like, you know, some people I couldn't find bad things, but I started to cut off all the people who had a long list of bad things, bro, especially when it contributes to my life. Like, you can love somebody from a distance, you feel me? And sometimes you have to, bro. It'll tear you apart, but if you got a mission or a goal, you feel me, you can't let things get in the way of that. So, you know, like, you got to be grateful for who you got around you if there's positive things, bro. Like, I'm the average of my peers. So if I spend my time around you, you feel me, that's an investment, and I also see you as, like, a positive in my life.
100%.
Yeah, that's powerful.
I'm from Woodbridge, Virginia, by the way. I don't know if I said that already, but yup, Woodbridge, Virginia.
Appreciate you, Dalen.
Two time.
Let's go,
It's
Ace.
2 times. I'm from Dallas, Texas, but oh shit.
Man, we gotta start niggas. We just signed NDAs. We on the camera.
We're on camera.
Yeah, cut that
Sit your
out.
ass down, boy.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
It's your boy, Baby
Nigga
Ozzy.
said, "Cut
Tune
it
in the
out,
fuck
cut
in.
it out."
Yeah, we out here.
All right, I'm talking. My dad was a Marine, so I moved around like every 3 years. So I'm kind of like talking about earlier, getting like perspective of everything. And then, oh shit, that's me too. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So then when I was about 7th grade, like going into 8th grade, we moved back to Dallas and grew up there. And I was really doing film at the time. I had done a lot of film work, and I won awards like in competitions and things like that. So everybody was kind of like, "Oh, that's gonna be your thing," but like editing is like a bitch, and fuck editing. Yo, like that post work is crazy. And when I was really thinking about it, I didn't like the idea that it doesn't really matter how good you are at film. Your success doesn't completely rely on you. And what I mean by that is like you could have like a killer script, like clean the Oscars out, but I need actors. And they have to be serious and read the script and know their lines and show up on time, and my camera people have to show up on time, my sound guy has to be there, and not getting, some accidents happen and people be late or forget a battery pack and now the camera's dead. The forecast was clean but now it's raining. I'm talking about like, bro, like a laundry list of just like, there's too many like moving parts in it for me where I was just like, I don't know if I want to like dive into that. And then also like it was kind of like daunting, younger, thinking like, you only know like a handful of directors by name, like maybe like 10 somebody can name off, like maybe. So I just was like, what else do I like? And I've always been that kid that was like listening to music, like earbuds in the classroom and so I was like, okay, I'll try and make like some beats and stuff, because I didn't see myself as like a rapper. I'm like, I'm not like hella thugged out. I'm not ghetto. I don't. And I was listening to like a lot of Joey Badass at the time, and I was listening to like 1999, and he was like 16, and I was like, I'm 16, bro.
Oh God! You felt that pressure, like damn, nigga.
Like, bro,
Oh,
I can't,
bro.
like, what? Like, I'm not like, whoa, like. And then so I was like, I'm gonna just make beats, like, let me just like just to get in the room.
That's crazy.
And there was this website online called Soundtrap, and damn, I might be giving an advertisement or something. Shout out Soundtrap. But I played the game on the computer a lot with my homies, so I was in Discord and they're playing something and I'm on Soundtrap and I'm making this beat, and I was like, I bet, check this out. So I stream it and they like, this shit suck, this shit ass. And I was like, okay, bet. So I just kind of took that as a challenge, and I started like just playing the game every day. That's why I thought of it as like a game. And so like I made a good beat, and then by the time that I made one and showed it to them and they was like, oh, this joint fire, like I was like, all right, I'm trying to make another one. So then I started looking at schools, and I came out here to LA to go to school, and then I met Dalen at school, started working, and really I was still, for like the first like while, I was still like making beats. I was like, oh yeah, I'm a producer. But then I started giving niggas beats, like kind of how Dalen was saying, where like you just kind of like you running laps around people. Like I was giving people beats and they wasn't. It wasn't good.
You weren't giving it to the right people.
Yeah, I wasn't giving beats to the right people, and so then I've been good at writing like essays and stuff in school, like ASIC, because my mom's an English teacher. So I was like, honestly, like I know how to write a story. Like I could probably write a better song than these niggas, and then I did, and that song was Red Dot.
Hilarious. We love Red Dot.
It's a banger, look.
We don't talk to the house, we don't talk to the guys, we don't talk to the motherfucking feds.
Yeah. Literally. So then Nova heard that, and he was like, yo, this is crazy. Shout out Nova, our teacher. And I just kept making songs, and then had to start. I was using other people to record and everything, so I was like, okay, I can't like have this man pull up and like just use his laptop every time. So I started teaching myself how to engineer with like the stuff I was learning in school, and by the time like I figured out how to make myself sound the way I wanted to sound, like I could just do it for anybody.
Damn, that's fire.
I want to add on just one
yeah.
thing. I've been making music, bro, for like 10 years. Ace is one of the coldest artists, when you talk about engineering all lightly, he's one of the coldest engineers I know. Like my big homie, Get 'em Louie, who's really my mentor. I've been making music with him since I was 18. I'm 28 years old now. Even Louis talks highly of Ace. Ace is like fire, bro. And like ever since Ace came and became a part of this artist community that I've been telling y'all about that we have at the Smoke Shop, he been paying it forward, putting everybody, making everybody sound right, working on everybody, teaching everybody how to engineer. Now every single person here knows how to engineer. You know what I'm saying? So he's serious. He's pressure. Shout out Ace.
Gang.
Ace is our ace, bro. 2 times. Ace 2 times.
B1 teach one, huh? That's what's up. So, Mr. CPT time over here.
I'm sorry. What's a little late, y'all. I'm a little late. I'm here.
Introduce.
How you doing, man? My name is Baby Ozzy. I'm a rapper from Atlanta. I'm an artist from Atlanta, actually. You know what I'm saying? I broke out that rapper phase. But, yeah, man, I'm just here to have fun. This my boys, bro. It's Pirate Mafia. Blah.
They were given the little bio. So how did you get here? What made you come out here? And
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I was doing forklift driving in Georgia, sitting at my grandmother's house for a long time, and it's just what I was doing to make money. You know what I'm saying? I've always been making music, and one day my dad, he was like, "Yo, I'm going to Miami," so he's like, "You coming?" Went with my dad to Miami. Then after that, he was like, "Yo, I don't really like Miami too much. You want to go to LA?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it sounds 10 times better, bro." So he leaves, he goes first. And I was like, I got something else I want to do. I went to Wisconsin for some odd reason. Don't really want to speak on that. I made like 7 bands in Wisconsin, and I was like, cool, all right, I'm going to LA. I left the whole family that was in Wisconsin, and now I'm back. And then I went to LA, and I met up with my father, just doing the music. I mean, just doing the tattoo stuff. My father opened up a tattoo shop on Melrose Avenue. Shout out Chaotic Tattoos. I wasn't worried about music when I got here. I was just focused on trying to make the shop a living organism. You know what I'm saying? I wanted the shop to be a part of Melrose, and that was my goal. My dad really wasn't really caring about all that. He was like, yeah, we just here to make money, son. We not trying to be here for too long. I'm like, nah, man, Chaotic Tattoo gonna be something one day. So then my father, he's very tapped in. Shout out Turk Jones.
Shout out Terry
Yeah.
Jones.
Shout out Pops, man.
I was waiting to see if he was gonna say his name, and I was gonna say his dad is a walking CEO for real, walking staple, like a moving LLC, a real boss. For real.
Real life. So shout out to my dad. He's tied in heavy, and he used to have different people coming into the shop, meeting me and meeting everybody else that was there, just tapping me in with Hollywood. And these guys were like, oh, we work with this person, what do you do? And I was like, I just work in the shop. And my dad was like, no, you don't. You're a rapper. Tell them that. Push that. Like, that's what you are. And I'm like, all right, cool. That's what I am. And I told the world, and then everybody was like, yo, I want to pull you this way. And then another person's like, I want to pull you this way. And then I meet Dalen, and then I meet Ace, and then I meet Chemo. And then it's just like, oh, I'm knees deep now. I'm actually an artist today. Like, it was crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
At this point, we done already been hired as vocalists, songwriters for celebrities. We done already all performed at the Roxy.
Crazy.
We already been having motion and shit. It's only been, I think, under 2 years since we've all been friends, for real.
But other than that, I've been making music since I was since I came out the womb, really. My grandparents, they used to have me listening to calm me down, literally. Like when I was crying, my grandma would play Beethoven. To this day, that's my favorite composer of all times, no cap. And shout out to grandma. So
Favorite composer.
yeah, I have a favorite composer. No cap. So, who's your favorite composer?
I don't think I've ever heard a rapper say composer before.
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out Beethoven, man. He was deaf. For the people that don't know, the guy's deaf. And to be a musician, to make the beautiful music that he made, and he can't even freaking hear.
He was deaf?
No,
Bro, he was deaf.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Yo, you know what's crazy?
That.
So Beethoven actually, he used to have a metal rod
Y'all
that
better
he
be
used
right.
to put
Whatever
in
y'all
his
saying, y'all better be
fucking
right.
teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that as he's like playing, he can feel the vibrations of the
Whoa.
piano and make sure that it sounds and feels correct.
That's a whole nother
You know what I'm
level.
Yep. Shout out Beethoven, man. Lit.
Damn, that's what's
Wolfgang.
up.
Oh wait, that's Mozart.
Another composer. Damn, that's fire.
I was gonna say, my dog. See,
rappers know.
Bach.
Rappers
Okay, we know we got composers.
You know, stop playing, bro. I'm gonna like this.
The conductor. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we doing.
So then you're the glue to all this.
The shop, I think, is
The,
The
shop,
shop,
is
and I'd say me.
okay.
I feel like I brought everybody together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's start with with this shop,
Probably.
and then go to your story and how this whole thing came together, right?
Like Lucky said, his dad's Turk Jones. Turk Jones has already been established from fucking Atlanta and more all the way to LA. So one of his businesses is on Melrose, and we happened to open up our shop down the block from him. We didn't know the guy, of course, but we opened up a business down the block from his dad's shop. So we were operating for like 2 months, real slow. This business has never profited. This business that we're in right now has never profited, like not once. We've been in business for like 17 months. We've been operating at negative $1,000. So we all hold down the shop, and at the end of the month, we throw down money to keep this shit alive. Me and my brother, you know. So, we started the shop though, but what it's done for us in terms of networking with all the people that we met, we've all made money outside of the shop, in and around the shop. Just the business itself hasn't profited. So when we started it, it was real slow. About like a month in, not even maybe, Lucky was walking up and down the block. So he walked in, popped in, seen what's up, probably noticed it was a change. He should probably take on the story from here, to be honest.
Yeah, so I
Right.
walked in here and I just seen two Iraqi niggas, and I was like, oh y'all know Sam, y'all know the owner. They were like, nigga, we is the owner, and I was like, oh okay, what's up, y'all? Yeah, I used to hang out in here, just telling them who I am and where I'm from. He's like, oh okay, yeah. He's like, me and my brother, we just opened up and we got the smoke shop, and
He was giving us game on the old owners and the old employees and a lot of the shit that was going on too, low key.
Yeah,
he's
so
like,
I was just
okay.
letting them know what's up. And after that, I was like, yeah, man, what y'all do? Chemo told me you make music. I was like, oh, cool. So we tapped in from there. And then after that, he was like, hey, man, make sure you come back, smoke one. So after that, I came back and we was locked in from there, on God. After that, nigga, I had brought Dalen in here, and then chain of reaction, Ace came. And then after Ace, this nigga walks in.
And I worked
Now you wasn't on some other shit,
On-
bro. This nigga
Q
Q,
walked in, no referral
was
to
walking in
comments.
on, bro. Walked in on divine timing, bro. It was packed. I remember the whole place was packed. You feel me? And he came in with his cousins too, and everybody. So it was crazy. You feel me? So it was already packed, and this nigga came in deep. You feel me?
Bro, you
And
know
then
what it was?
we was talking about music, and we already had the song lined up. You feel me?
Exactly.
And then I was spitting it, like sitting there at the counter, and I was spitting the bar, and like my verse, and then all the niggas was like, "Ooh, that shit hard, Dale. You gotta put that on there." And then Q just randomly out the case like, "In the damn minute, man." We was like, "Who the fuck is this nigga?" And then I was like, "Nigga, if you don't get on this damn song," and then he did, and then we was just like, "Yeah, bro, like slide through again, like pull up back." You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we say that, and sometimes niggas do, but I don't know, different type of energy when he came back. It was like he should have been here the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
And side note, I want to say something about like the transformation of like this whole like shop itself. Cause like when Dalen hit me up, he's like, "Yo, I got these homies over here. They blah blah blah. Like come hang out." And I came in and like that back room over there was like, boy, it was brutal. It was like the stocks on the like all the the extra stuff on the shelves, and there was like a table and like a couch and like just blunts everywhere. Like
So you the organizer. You organize.
right.
them
So I'm
seven
walking in.
days.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is kind
What a
of
great
it's
time.
kind of crazy in here. But they was cool. So yeah, we was chilling. But even then, after a while, like I stopped. I didn't come around like as much just because I was like, that's kind of like something I dealt with like in Texas. Like I would go and hang out with the homies and like we just sitting and we just smoking and niggas is like there's nothing going on. And I'm like I didn't come out here to like do the same shit. And then yeah, so I don't know, like something just kicked up and I started coming around like a little bit more like randomly. And then like these niggas was like, oh yeah, we changing out the floor and we're like they said it like one time, like, yo, we're thinking about we're gonna do a studio, and then like, I come back next time and it's like they flew some motherfuckers out from Chicago. He over here drilling holes in the wall, like making custom, you know, everything is. And then even then they were asking me like, yo, you got the engineer, like what kind of stuff should we get? And I like told them some pretty expensive stuff. I didn't think they was gonna buy it. I was like, yo, it's really gonna cost this much. And then like come back next day, they're like, yeah, we just got the Mac, and so like y'all really like now, you know, we went from 1 to 2, and
There was definitely a shift though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like at that point when when that back room was a closet, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's life was completely different.
To be
You know
honest,
what I'm
having
saying?
this interview right now, I forgot that black room was a closet. I didn't even remember that.
Yeah.
Like, and we made songs in there, bro.
Yeah, we made it.
Yeah.
Hella songs.
I used to bring the studio equipment back from Dalen's house, and I used to set it up. I used to set up the studio equipment back from Dalen's house, and I used to set it up in the back, and I used to have us all recording on my phone on BandLab. No cap.
Yeah, we had it was so yeah, when we first acquired the shop, it was just a little closet in the back room, and then as the group grew, and it's heavy hitters, everybody's having motion in their own direction, so when we get together it's fire, you know. And then we decided, me and my brother Luna back home, I call my brother Luna, shout out Luna for real. When I was 17, I had made a few songs. He's older than me. Yeah, he pulled up on me and was playing those songs like a year later, but they were my first songs, so I hated them, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, bro, this is bullshit. Like, I'm hanging out with girls, all type of shit. He pulling up playing this bullshit ass music, bro. So then he's like, all right, he's like, if you better, I'll pay for your studio session downtown Chicago. Like, let's go, you know? So yeah, so long story short, through Luna, I met Louis, and eventually years later that came to me wanting to move to California, you know? Like, me and my older brother, shout out FaZe, he told me, he's like, some of my homies is listening to your music. He's like, so if you want to take this shit serious, it's a music business, you know? He's like, good music is good music. It doesn't go nowhere without good business, good structure, good backbone, you know?
Damn, that's
So he's
fire.
like, pull up to my house every Sunday, because we live separate in Chicago. He's like, pull up to my house every Sunday. He's like, and we're going to have meetings every Sunday. We call it 171s. So I pull up every Sunday, and he have my, like, the pipeline of music written out, what song's coming out next, what song I'm going to shoot a video for, what are we doing for this song to promote it, how much are we going to spend on Facebook ads, how much, whatever. So eventually, month after month after month, move to California was on that list, you know? And when it came time to it, bread was fucked up, money was low. Luna, again, spotted 2 bands. He had gotten the U-Haul, jumped in the car, jumped in the car with us and drove with me and my brother across the map, and the homie Bana. Shout out to homie Bana, Palestinian homie from back home. And we ended up getting to Cali. But long story short, when we did this shop, I called Luna again, and I was like, you know what? I was like, bro, it's getting serious. I was like, all my homies is artists. I have no friends that are not artists right now, you know? It's either we're getting money together or we're artists and we're trying to get money together. You know what I'm saying? So when I called Luna, I told him what was going on. He be listening to everything. So he already heard their music. He knows who they are already. They're already friends through FaceTimes or being around me and being friends. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to come out. He's a contractor. Ever since we were shorties, he would take money from wherever he gets it and go flip houses. You know what I'm saying? So he knows how to build shit.
he built that shit.
Double
fast.
cup of lean. You can ask anybody. You can ask anybody. He had a double cup of cough syrup like this right
He
here.
was
48 hours.
working.
Sleeping in the fumes. He's sleeping in the paint fumes.
And at the end, he slept.
Yeah. In the paint fumes.
Man.
And then, but yeah, so boom.
Met the
Luna came, boom.
guys,
So we flipped the back room from a closet. We'll probably show on the camera what it looks like in the interview, but flipped it from a closet to a real deal studio. We done had multiple artists in there with multiple million monthly streams who record there and frequent there and fuck with it, stamp it, certify it, vouch for it, and all that, you know? So it's turned into something serious. Like, we even have the equipment right there, which they can't see right now, but the equipment right there is the equipment that used to be in the back room.
Yeah.
Now there's more serious equipment in the back room and a secondary setup right there. And the music side of the smoke shop is a monster that's been growing. So it's like the snowball effect has been in full play. It's made up for a lot of that earlier when I was saying that the smoke shop hasn't profited once. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the music and the shit that's been going on has been reasons why we've been able to either break even or be cool, you know?
Yeah. Man, that's powerful in the sense of the business acumen that pretty much your brother and it's like kind of like a mentor. He like mentored you into all that. You know what I mean?
He's cold.
And
He's a material science engineer. He was working for Snapchat. He does business acquisitions now, acquiring big ass companies. He's a fucking genius. My brother's cold. My dad wasn't around, you know what I'm saying? So he would do everything, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like real older brother. Phase.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's important to have that type of support system for an artist's dream to even come to fruition, because like to be able to create an environment like this needed that. You know what I mean? And that's what's beautiful about it. It's like it just takes someone to believe in your dream and them willing to like put in all the effort into you, to then you put in all the effort into yourself so that you can eventually get to this, led to all of this. You know what I mean? And like
we often talk about how like boring the first year was when we moved, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't have nobody, and he really left everything, you know what I'm saying? Like I was willing to leave everything, obviously, because I'm trying to pursue this, you know what I'm saying? And he clearly believed in it because he left everything too, you know? So that shit was cool.
that's fire.
Can I ask you a question? You ever been like around the world?
Not around the world.
Like what you mean?
Like I visited all over the US,
Uh-huh.
and then I was born in the Philippines, and then I visited Thailand.
You went to Thailand? How was that?
Thailand was fire. I wish I never came back.
Damn. It's like that. It's hella lady boys.
Yeah, but the cool thing is with that is they tell you.
Yeah, no,
not
100%.
like here where it's like they like, no, I'm a girl. No, over there they're like, no, we lady boys. It's not like it's not a secret.
Why did he
so
even ask that question?
No,
What's
that's
the point?
crazy. That's crazy.
Because I don't know why that's what they famous for, but
No, but that's
yeah.
fire.
No, Thailand
Was it like-
was dope.
Why'd you ask him if he's been around? What was
No,
the follow?
I just love like other people's takes on like around the world, like if they've ever been.
I just been around a lot of people from around the world.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was in the military.
So you said seasoned with the culture.
Yeah.
For sure.
Cultures.
Because I was in the military, so I was in the Navy.
Word. Okay.
Yeah. So then, like being in the military, you get to be around like everybody.
Everybody,
like,
no, 100%.
everybody.
That's crazy.
And it's crazy because like when you go to the military, like some people don't even know. They just literally know white or black.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What are you? Are you a Mexican? Are you a whatever?" And then I'd be like, "Oh no, I'm Filipino." They're like, "Where's that?" You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like literally be like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's crazy to see that type of stuff and be able to like talk to people like that because they literally don't know, like for real.
Yeah.
And they're not even trying to be offensive.
A lot of people think Chemo's Mexican sometimes.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
funny. It's hilarious.
That's what Q over here
Yeah,
says.
Q
I was
just
like,
saying.
Chemo the Mexican homie.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Chemo the Mexican.
Hey, when I first came here, first of all, I want to say on the last topic, bro, when I left here, Chemo told me, "Hey," and I turned around, he said, "Come home." You feel me? So that's what this is really for creatives
Love,
and things
bro.
like that. It's
Love,
you feel
bro.
me?
Love,
But
bro.
when I left here one time, bro, I brought some of my peoples through, and they were like, "Hey, who's that Mexican dude, bro? He was cool as hell." I was like, "Which one, bro?" I couldn't figure out who they was talking about. I was like, they were like the Mexican dude with the face tattoo.
You know, LA, man.
I'm like,
Shit.
damn. Yeah, bro, that's the Mexican homie, bro. You feel me? Stop playing.
Yeah.
But that's how it is because you in LA. You know what I mean? They don't know like Middle Eastern or whatever. You know
I've
what I
been
mean?
impressed by
The only
police.
place they know where he is in Beverly Hills without a person.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah. And it's like we use Arabs and Persians use the same letters, but it's not all the time the same words. So if they read, they can see, you know. But I've been impressed by if Arabic tattoos or not. I've been impressed by LA police who think I'm Mexican
Hilarious.
multiple times. They be like, "Wait, what they call you, homie?"
It's because it's the braids too. If you walking around like that with the braids, it's just how it be. You know what I mean? You don't see like most traditional like Persians or Arabs or anything. They don't be rocking. That's Cali shit. You know what I mean?
If anything, they got the buns. You know what
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fire. So let me see. So then the shops here, you get here. So let's just like talk about all that relationship then, like how everything like really flowed together, and then
I met Damon first. out of everybody in this room, Dalen, I shouted at really ain't really like me for real.
Oh, like I don't like nobody when I
But-
first meet them. I'm not.
I didn't
gonna
like Dalen when I
Q-
first met him.
Yes, he did. This is
No,
the
he
first
didn't.
nigga-
No, he didn't. No, he
You were the
didn't.
first nigga to tell me to come back to the shop. Number one.
No, he didn't. Whoa.
And Q, I liked Q. Q's different. I fucked with Q off rip.
Okay.
That's just because Q don't even.
But-
he don't
but
be
nah.
talking too much shit, right? He be chilling. That's why.
But nah, I was just a different just a different vibe for Dalen. I'm from the South. I'm from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm Turkish and black on top of that, so I'm a little aggressive. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I thought me and Buddy were cool. You know what I'm saying?
We was cool.
So I used to
But,
go
like, we
around
wasn't,
Buddy all the
like,
time. I used to go around Buddy all the time. But you know what I'm saying? Then we locked in like that. Really, when I came back to LA, I ain't had nowhere to go, no cap. And I had this the only friend I had out here. So I hit him up and I was like, "Yo, I don't got nowhere to live." And he was like, "Oh, bro, I got a couch right here." And I was like, "Yeah, cool." So I was living with Dalen for about 8 months.
Damn.
And then
that's fire.
I figured it out and met Chemo after that. Then me and Chemo, what is this? Oh. But me and Chemo, we got acquainted. And after that, my relationship with Chemo is just like been like a big bro. You know what I'm saying? He's like my big brother that's gonna tell me the truth every time. He not gonna sugarcoat it. He not gonna play with me. He gonna tell me, "Hey, bro, you good?" Or "Nah, bro, you tripping." Ace, slick the same way. You know what I'm saying? He don't sugarcoat nothing. He gonna tell you straight up. He gonna Q. That's like, you know what I'm saying, my bro. I can go turn up with. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
like, you know. He like the cousin that you go, oh bro, your mom said you can't do that? Fuck that. Come on, we gonna go do that.
Like, Auntie, can he play?
Facts. You want to come outside? Get cute to ask your mama. You coming outside, twin? Oh God. But other than that, bro, yeah. So Dalen, like my twin for real. Chemo like my big brother. Q's like my cousin, and Ace is like my brother. That day he don't give a fuck.
Long
He gonna tell you
distance.
straight.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
he gonna
never
tell you
mind.
straight. But
I
nah,
thought I was finna get put on the side.
nah, hell nah, bro. Everybody in this circle right here, close, bro. We the closest. You know what I'm saying? This the family.
thing, for real.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
family for real.
So then, Ace, are you? What is y'all? I kind of want to go in through like what is the roles that in terms of how y'all make music together. You know what I mean?
That's a good question.
It's really a spinning cycle because now that like everybody kind of like got their own chops and everything, like it could be anything. Like kind of how you saw earlier, where like didn't nobody hear that song that Kimo just played? Like we like when did you do that? And I feel like that kind of is what keeps everybody going because like every time you pop up, even if it's not us, it's somebody else in here, and you hearing some. You never even seen this dude before, and he got some stuff that's off the wall, and you like. Yo, who is this?
Yeah.
So now y'all going band for band, like, hey, I got tracks too, and it's like a safe space where like it's not like one of those like gatekeeping rooms where you walk in and people's like, oh, you can't play your music and or these people so like, bruh, no, like it'll be like hitters walk in here and they'll give you a hug and be like, yo, like let me hear that track that you had, bro. That was fire,
Okay.
and I feel like we spend a lot of time like real conversations, but we did have a system before where we kind of because. Oh man, like before we had we was getting to a point like a few months ago where everybody kind of was like trying to use the computer at the same time. And then so we just starting to argue and he's like, you did a song already. And then shit got crazy.
You had to figure out a schedule.
Yeah,
like
so
an
we had a
actual-
schedule. Literally, we had it written on the wall with
Yeah.
the days, and it's like, okay,
It's right there.
is this?
Oh, yeah.
It's still there on the wall. And it's like, okay, you can record on this day, you can record on this day, and you got the ultimate veto power. So there was definitely a few arguments for somebody coming in on somebody else's day trying to record, and he's like,
yeah.
get off the computer.
I come in and try to step on toes. Chemo be like, hell nah, get out of here. I be like, what you mean, twin? He be like, bro, you heard what I said, bro? Get out.
But now I feel like we're even expanding like even further than here. I feel like we had an investor come and buy out the backspace and trick it out. So I feel like we all kind of like took that time to kind of be like, okay, dang, well, how can we do this? Like, how can we figure it out? So I feel like everybody's low key been like bouncing different studios and forming relationships like even outside of here right now.
I think Dalen could talk about that because I feel like Dalen been bouncing around a lot of studios since basically the back room got taken over. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
He was saying basically that since the setup's been up front, that we've all been having motion on our own, but we've been back having to figure out where we're recording, where we're gonna be doing our own music and stuff like that. And I just said I feel like Dalen could add in a little bit because you've been bouncing around a lot of different places. I feel like recording.
It's really just about like, I mean, I've been all over LA with different studios.
Damn. What time is it? Okay.
But yeah, I just been bouncing around different studios, and it's not necessarily like, honestly, our setup is still my favorite setup. I'm sorry. Like, no matter what, it will always be home, and I'll like be so frustrated in the studio. You know what I'm saying? And then I come here and I do it, and it's just like bliss. And I think it's really just the environment. But at the end of the day, we were just at the studio that Ace just set up with his buddy Isaac. You know what I'm saying? Isaac, we know Isaac. Shout out Isaac. But yeah, so they're going crazy. We was just at that studio. Crazy enough, it's called PM Recording Studios. We are PM, Pirate Mafia. So that's really crazy. But yeah, we got a copyright it. Hey, but nah, it's cool. It's cool. It's a great studio. We got everything set up. Shout out Louis. He will always have the sauce. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, it's really cool. But like I said, I've been all over the place. Ice Cream Studios, trying to record there and stuff like that. I did a little internship for them for a little bit. But like, dude, ours is still the best. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, get him. Louis got us right, low key. He got a good template, good mentor, good coach. Like I said, he's been my mentor for like no exaggeration, 10 years. He's been there through a whole bunch of ups and downs. He's opened doors for me when he's deemed it's time. Because, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't as mature. Not saying I'm mature now, you know what I'm saying, but I was a little more reckless when I was younger. And now that we have this community, he pops in, checks on each and every single one of us. I think he has songs with each and every single one of us. And when he's not working with us, he's working with very established artists.
That's fire.
Shit, not me. Let me get one, Louis. let me get a beat.
Lame ass nigga. Lame ass nigga get no movie.
Hey, nigga, you don't. Hey, you missed it. What is it? How with the shots? What's the saying? Shots you don't take. Yeah, look, I'm here. Standing up, 10 toes.
We know you got to earn it.
It's already a hit. I can hear it now.
Yeah, bro.
But like, it's crazy too because all of us are so completely different. You know what I'm saying? But we all work so well together and we all just flow so well together. But we're like Voltron. You know what I'm saying? We like Voltron. You know what I'm saying? No, we like the Power Rangers. You know what I'm saying? But Voltron was fire. That's crazy. He tweaking. Voltron fire.
Voltron or Power Rangers?
That's how different we all are. See, now you see how different everybody is.
But like, come on. Anyways, I fuck with Power Rangers. But yeah, when we come together, we're all individual artists, and we're all really good at like doing what we do. Like, you know what I'm saying, individually. You know what I'm saying? But the second that we come together and like make a song, rather it's 2 of us on it, 3 of us on it, or all of us on it, you know, it is one of the most fun, top tier, like it's its own element. None of us sound like we normally do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the chemistry's there. Cause like Chemo on a song with just like Ace is not gonna sound the same as Chemo on a song with just himself. You know what I'm saying? And then vice versa with damn near every single one of us.
Yeah, like interchangeable parts.
You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing.
I think it's just authenticity. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's just like trying to be each other.
100%.
Everybody repping where they come from. Like, you can see it in their essence. Like we say, you feel me? It's in you, not on you, right? So like in here, I could tell everybody's from a different place just by how they carry themselves. You know what I mean? I was inquisitive about that from the jump because I you know, of course, you being from here, you want to meet people who's from here too. Like, oh, where you stay at? oh, that's cool. I used to grow up right around there too. You know what I mean? But all of them have different like energy and personality. I noticed that off the rip, and it shows in the music too. You know what I mean? Like the lingo, everything. So I think it's dope to have like a big melting pot. It's gumbo, bro. Like that shit's hard. You feel me?
So how do y'all balance like staying authentic to yourself while being around everybody?
It's
Like
natural,
how do y'all balance that out?
I got two different characters. I am. You know what I'm saying? My bros, they get lucky, and then everybody else, they get baby Ozzy. You know what I'm saying?
Baby ass. No, I think everybody like he said, we're all different characters, but like I think that it plays well on each other because we all need what one doesn't have, the other does. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Chemo over here, like, you know what I'm saying? If 50 Cent decided to be a mob boss, you know what I'm saying? Like he's got that mentality, that energy, or whatever the case may be. You feel me? And Lucky's like a fucking like crazy ass 80s fucking rock star or whatever, who's also a crash out nigga from fucking Atlanta. And it's like
That boy just demonetized.
but like no, but no, that's Lucky. You know what I'm saying? That's not Baby Ozzy, that's Lucky. You know what I'm saying? But nah, Baby Ozzy's like a he's like a he's the prince. I didn't want to say that. I was thinking that, but I did not want to say that. But yes. Unfortunately, he's the Prince of Darkness. Jesus Christ.
Shout out fucking Ozzy Osbourne, bro. I'm coming for the throne, twin. I love you. God in heaven.
Anyways, but yeah, no, it just we all play off of each other very easily, and it's easy to go to one person, knowing damn well what they can do and what they can accomplish when you work together, or you just need them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
Like this really a brotherhood. Like it's really brothers. Like
I think it's like I said, what it really comes from. Oh man,
this dude's been tweaking all day. That's crazy. I don't know if you guys heard that.
Nobody wants to like be each other. I feel like everybody has a real big pride in like where they come from. Like he's gonna scream Chicago, and so your ears bleed if you don't.
Chicago was the first ones to do this. Chicago is bro. Love it though.
Big
So it's
Love
like
Chicago.
Love.
I feel like that's a good question, but I feel like it's kind of like it doesn't even kind of cross our minds just because everybody he's trying to yell Atlanta louder than he's trying to yell Chicago. So then like he not even trying to think of saying nothing that he gonna say because he know that he gonna be like, nah, we say that in Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, you ain't from there. What you doing?
Yeah, it's real steel sharpens steel, real brotherhood. It's still competitive though. You know what I'm saying? Like we're in this bitch hungry. We're hearing who has the hottest track. We're steady trying to get ourselves. We trying to get on his track because we know that shit hard. We trying to get on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still like a bunch of pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? And I like what Dalen said earlier about each of us are aware of like how we execute. So all of us are getting better at like the composition of songs. Like I came rapping and only rapping, bro. And like a lot of words and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like rapping. So like around these people, like I'm learning how to make songs. You know what I'm saying? Like I know when to call make records. I know when to call in Dalen for melody or Ace for or assistance or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And spacing. We're learning a lot like about each other and about ourselves. I think our artistry is developing, and I feel like it's you stay true to yourself, you still acquire a little bit of each other's flavor though. You know what I'm saying? Like you could find hints of me and Dalen and mine, me and Lux. You could find like little hints, little shit. We'd be in the studio together making all these songs, like live microphone telling each other to shut up while we're recording. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Literally, sometimes these niggas be talking in the background and I be pissed off. But sometimes like these niggas be talking in the background and I be pissed off, and then I get the playback and I'm like, damn, that shit kind of hard. I would keep that shit in.
Sound good in there.
That shit's kind of hard.
It's natural as hell. It's like, you feel me? You can't create that energy. It just happens. You know what I'm saying? And I want to add to the topic about staying within our own, like, you know, respective cultures, but still making good music together. I was telling Chemo, I told Dalen this too because he loves One Piece and shit. I was telling him, bro, we're literally, it's Pirate Mafia, bro. And if you think we're one ship, you're incorrect. You feel me? It's like the head of every ship. We all have our own ship. Chemo ship. Yeah, bro. Like chemo ship is flying a certain flag that mine's not. You feel me? But it's like we allies, you know. And this is the round table. You know what I mean? Because when I come, like you heard them say, bro. When I come, I brought my peoples with me. You get what I mean? Like I brought my ship. We parked at your dock, like nigga. Let's see what kind of fruit you got, what kind of trees you got. You feel me? What's the village looking like?
I just remember, my bad to interrupt, but
Nah,
I just remember when Q pulled up for the first day, because when Dalen was talking about it earlier, I have no recollection of Q's first day at the shop. But I just thought of something. I remember low key because Q had good energy, like real good energy, and it mimicked everybody everybody he came with were all like individuals that glow, you know, and they were just cool and warm and shit like that. And I remember me and Q before we left, I don't know, he said it, I don't know, he's like, you said it or I said it about the worlds colliding. We're just like, man, it's crazy when the worlds collide because it instantly felt right, you know. You meet people who you know, especially coming from all the cities we come from. You know what I'm saying? Like you meet people, our guards are up, bro. You know, so it's hard to meet friends. You have friends that passed away. You don't want new friends sometimes, you know. But it's undeniable energies when they come around, and you know, like, oh, okay. It's another thing I heard one time. It was like, these are my day 3 homies. You know, like I don't know any of these people day 1. I don't even know these people day 2. You know what I'm saying? And they say like your day 1 homies are the people from the sandbox you grew up with, playing little games with. Day 2, you know, probably high school, college, you know, whatever way your life went. And then day 3 is usually when you're like in your groove, you know, and you're chasing whatever the fuck you chasing, and you got your blinders on like a horse, and I don't really have much time to even look at you, bro, because I'm so busy, you know what I'm saying? But it's like something about when I looked at you, I was like, oh, you know what, bro? I feel like we could do this shit together, you know?
We running the same
these
race.
Are strictly day 3 homies. I don't even have time for day nothing, nobody. Like my day 1 homies is supporting from a distance from Chicago. Day 2 homies, you know, same thing. But I don't hang out with nobody except for day 3 homies, you know? Literally all across the board, you know?
100, bro.
It's crazy how you were talking about. It was crazy how you was talking about like worlds colliding too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like that's really what this is. You know what I'm saying? Like Lucky's worlds collided. You know what I'm saying? And that's how me and Key met. And my world collided when fucking Ace and Lucky met for the first time. Ace is from a different timeline. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first stepped foot in Los Angeles, you know what I'm saying? It was nothing but me and a couple roommates. And if you think that your roommates are going to be your homies, you are sadly mistaken. You know what I'm saying? Because there's just people. And I didn't expect them to be my homies. You know what I'm saying? So I had literally just a TV and a job. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's cool. That's what it was. That's how it's always going to be. You know what I'm saying? Like for people who move out for the first time, you know what I'm saying? Especially to a different place. But yeah, and so then once I really started going to the school building, that's when I started to meet Ace because we was in the same class and we was just like always around each other and stuff like that. And he was just cool. He was cool. He was the only one making good music in the class out of a bunch of people that are making music in the class.
I just started making music.
It's us, and it's crazy too because like I'm a very particular ass individual. I don't like things that are okay. I only like things that are great. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I'm listening to everybody and it was like he was the only one that was really matching that, and like the people he was with, you know what I'm saying, that was really my people, you know what I'm saying. The flash forward like a half a year later, I don't talk to none of those people, but I still talk to him, but I don't even know these people yet, you know what I'm saying. And then, you know what I'm saying, a couple years ago, you know what I'm saying, I park here and Ace is just still a homie since the day I pulled up, and I was like, bro, pull up to the shop, you know what I'm saying, this is the spot that we be in. You know what I'm saying? And then he pulled up, and then like he talked about earlier. But it's really just
It's true. It's true though. I remember Ace pulled. It's funny. I seen you yesterday. We were talking about so much important shit. I didn't have the time to tell you, but you was wearing them purple Jordans and the ones you had on yesterday. And I remember the first day I met you when you came in with them bitches. Ace didn't come often right away. Like Ace protects his energy, you know what I'm saying? So he's serious about his time. Like
that's important.
And it's true. Like when we first got the shop and acquired the shop, it was a whole lot of chilling, you know? A whole lot of homies pulling up. And like that's why it's nobody here but us, because work pushes away people who don't work, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So Ace didn't come around a lot up until a few months after we acquired the shop and turned that shit to a studio, you know what I'm saying? And then Ace is like one of the most frequented. Like you walk in, I don't even know who's gonna be here, and Ace would be on the computer working. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's crazy to know that what Dalen said earlier about him being picky about good shit is fucking super serious. He's like super picky. He's also like a extreme connoisseur of music and film. Like he knows what the fuck he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy to know that Ace. I didn't know that Ace just started making music up until right now. This interview. Yeah, so it's crazy to know that he like caught interest in Ace because like Dalen's super picky. Dalen done met all my friends. I've been at LA for like 4 years. Dalen done met all my friends. A lot of people who want to be artists and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But like when Q walked in, like Dalen told me like, no, I fuck with Q. Like Q's good. You know.
And see, I always knew, nigga, like, no funny shit. And it's no take away from your artistry. On God, you're an amazing artist, my nigga. But I always know, like, Ace has been trying to find himself. And nigga, lately, bro, you been in that bag, my nigga.
I hate. Look. One thing about being in a camp and creating is like we see in real time shit happening, but these motherfuckers and us, me included, we release how we release, and it's not related sometimes. So it's like I feel like everybody has their own opinion, but if y'all were here to see it in the making, I feel like the song Ace made, I don't know what he's gonna do, but I feel like that song was like a pivotal moment, bro. Ever since that song, I've heard nothing but like fucking fire every time. I feel like that was like a bar that he set, and it's just been like crazy since then, low key. And I'm interested to see how he rolls out his music to see where he falls now. You know what I'm saying?
He's ready to change the game.
Man, that shit. I be banging that shit.
Damn, I was gonna say something, I forgot.
No, but there was a pivotal moment, like you were talking about earlier, when Ace started pulling up. It was because the workflow attracted him, if that makes sense. Like, because it wasn't really just Ace Ace was always like, and Ace will always be the one to be working 24/7. Like, that's just how he operates. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we were just chilling for a minute and we were talking about music, but the most we were doing was making songs on Band Labs and going to studios every now and then. And I mean, we were doing stuff, but we weren't doing stuff, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? We did a couple shows every now and then and this, that, and the other. But at one point, we all just got up, like stopped sitting around. And we were just like, we got to do something. It was right before we made the studio, if I'm being honest. We were like all looking around and like, bro, we can't just keep sitting around. I remember hearing that and saying that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it got to a point where we all just got sick and tired of being sick and tired, and we just got up and started making motion. And after that, it was like our lives completely changed.
And I see a lot of niggas get in that position and don't make the flip. It's like crazy.
Exactly.
And that's why I was like, thought that this was like when I came, and then I seen like I saw the work that they did. I was like, oh shit, okay. And like, it's funny. Chemo remembers. I told Chemo one day. I walked in probably like after like 9 months of knowing him, and I was like, yo, I listened to your music on the way over here. That shit's fire. So for like 9 months, I'd been pulling up and like, okay, I'm on the computer and like helping out and shit, and like I didn't even listen to this nigga's music. Okay. Just like the energy of the place was like good enough, and like when I saw like how serious they were willing to take themselves, I was like, okay, I can take you serious. And then
Yeah, that's important, because you definitely want to, especially as an artist, you want to be around people that actually are willing to put in that work, because it's the only way you're going to get better. And it's the only way, like my teacher, because I went to engineering school too, and my teacher always said, like, are you making stuff? He's like, yeah, but are you publishing? Like, are you putting it out there? Like, when are you going to put it out there? And he was always just pressing, when are you going to put it out? When are you going to put it out? And that's like the most important part as an artist, is like, work on it, but like put it out so you can get onto the next one. You know what I mean?
You can find we have like notebooks with like pages where it'll say like Dalen, and it'll say timeline, where we've all sat down and we're like, all right, Diski, you got these songs, these need to come out, and we literally create timelines for each other, you know? So yeah, like I agree that your teachers are all for that. That's cool.
So how do y'all figure out the schedules and like who's writing what or who's making what, and then like making it all kind of like work together? Like
everybody be writing their own shit for the most part, but like I said, we all be in the room a lot of the time. So like, you know, sometimes people get stuck and they'll be like, let me hear it, and throw a bar or something. But yeah, for the most part, it's like It's not really like here I'm right. I got this song for you or anything.
Okay.
It's like lately for real. It's been serious, bro. Like since we've met, like he's the last piece. He's only known everybody for a year. The shop's been established for under 2 years. We changed that back studio a few months in after acquiring the shop. There's literally easily, I guarantee, 150 songs amongst us here. You know what I'm saying? Guaranteed. I know I have like 60 songs on my own. I know Lucky makes songs like crazy. Dalen works, Ace, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's working, you know? So it's just been serious right now. I know better than to play a fucking song that I don't want any of these guys on in front of them while it's incomplete. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be hounded. I'm not going to sit there and be hounded by all my closest friends. Like, oh, let me get, you know what I'm saying? So we know, like so I'll walk in, Dalen will be working on something. I'll be like, oh, what you working on? He'll be like, oh, I'm doing something for my project. He's like, oh, I'm right here. Or I'll ask Dalen like, oh man, I'm thinking, how does this sound right here? Should I put a melody right here? And he'll be like, oh, try to do like this. Try this idea. You know what I'm saying? So we're well aware already of each other's energies. Like we know when Lucky wants his song solo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dalen be creeping though. Like you play a song and he just starts
Facts.
in the back and shit, and you're like, "Nigga, be quiet," because it sounds good. Like I want it. You're gonna want it on your track, and he just sitting in the back, like, bro, like stop.
I was gonna speak to that because I don't want to under or downplay the culture of the night time here when there's 10 niggas in a room and it's musty, nigga, and it's fucking, there's beats slapping out that motherfucker and everybody's like this. Bumping into each other like, you feel me? Nigga, you about to fight to get on this song, you feel me? Like, whoever got the rawest verse. Yes, bro. It's dog eat dog. It's dog eat dog. So I don't want to say that. You feel, bro, I learned that here. And I already had it, like Dalen said, you feel me? I heard the beat. I was like, oh, I'm not even going to tell these niggas anything. I'm going to just show them. Because the work, let the work speak for itself. Yo, look what I got. Boom. Rah. And the nigga was like, whoa. But when I really experienced it, like, in a room with real, like, what do I want to say? Sharks, bro. Like, real hit makers. You feel the pressure. You know what I mean? You have to fight through that pressure alongside fighting all these other niggas to get on that one spot for 16 bars. You get what I mean? So I don't want to downplay that aspect of this shit because it gets real too.
That's fire. So then let's just wrap up on what y'all making next, what's coming out, like what's the next projects,
so
like what's the future of the shop, like the studio, all that stuff.
So
Go down the line.
so first and foremost, like we was talking about timelines and shit like that, we're at the end of May, we should be dropping our first project together, where it's a body of work. You can find all of us on there working on songs together, whether it's 2 of us, whether it's 4 or 5, it doesn't matter, you know? So that should be coming towards the end of May. Right now, I'm going to roll out with D Gaines. He's a huge-ass artist, producer, director from Chicago. He's responsible for a lot of people from Chicago's big shit. We've been locked in, all of us and him. He's came out here. He's been fucking with us real heavily.
Shout out D Gaines, bro.
Shout out D Gaines for
Crazy
real.
playmaker. You feel
Yeah,
me?
for real.
Multi-talented artist for sure.
That's another person that Get Him Louie, who I was talking about earlier. You know what I'm saying? Put us in the mix with. You know, so I've been fucking with him real heavily, real locked in. We got hella tracks we've been working on lately. I'm going to Phoenix this upcoming weekend for a music video. I got a music video planned in Atlanta. I got one back home in Chicago. I haven't been to Chicago in over a year. And all that is a part of an upcoming project's rollout. So lately, instead of dropping full bodies of work, I've just been releasing damn near every week. So yeah, so that's how I'm coming right now. Every time you go on my Spotify profile, you should find some new shit, literally every single week. It'll be a project with them coming out the end of May. I got videos dropping every single month on YouTube. My rollout's just continuous right now. Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah. I'm waiting for that. You feel me? I'm a fan of everybody here, so I'm waiting for that to come out too. You feel me? But as far as for myself, I'm a little earlier on than most of the people here. You feel me? I haven't even dropped a song yet. I'm dropping my first song in a few weeks. You feel me? So I'm excited for that. I had a lot of help with it. You feel me? From major people. Shout out D Gaines for the edit. You feel me? Tony Monday was on the camera. I conceptualized the video. This is my first video, so it's like a big deal for me. You know what I mean? But I'm easing my way up because I know once I drop, you feel me? That's it, bro. It's just like all in from there. You know what I mean? Like nothing else matters to me. You know, except for the family. You feel me? And getting where I'm going. You get what I'm saying? So that's what's next for me. And then yeah, from there it's just gonna go. You feel me?
It's like ending theme music.
I got a track called "Riddle Me This." It's supposed to come out soon. Yeah, and then I got a tape. It's gonna be the summer tape. It's supposed to drop in June. That's gonna be really fun. I was gonna make it very like nice and simple and sweet, and everybody was gonna have a nice time being able to dance and shit like that. But I went to a show recently and a nigga pissed me off. So now the next show I have to do is gonna be some rage shit, and
You're
we're
letting
gonna
this
have
nigga
a
control
fun
your
time.
life. He been talking about this motherfucker for a week, bro. Let
It's
it go.
raising the fuel. It's fueling the fuel. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep that energy if I want to keep doing all these songs. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then my next show is gonna be crazy. So everybody's gotta come out to that one. And yeah.
Blah. All right, so I got. I just dropped 3 RPs. It's a single that I just dropped back in my old bag. Just wanted to get y'all acquainted with Baby Ozzy right quick, and I'm finna drop a mixtape. Not finna drop the name of it just yet, but it's coming soon. Probably I'll say in the near, probably like 2 months. I'm gonna drop it. So yeah, that's really all I got right now. I got OD projects ready, but that's the one that I got lined up for y'all. So y'all stay tuned for that. In the meantime, stream 3 RPs. Love that song.
Hey, I got one. 2 mics? Yeah, Ace 2 times. Maybe I do need 2 mics. Right. They gonna clip me for this. this feels crazy. It feels. Yeah, no, you gotta commit, bro. You gotta see it through. Look, we're just keeping far away. All right. It's Ace 2 times. I got a project, 4 songs. It's untitled right now, but it's gonna have a song that I already popped out on my YouTube, CTG, and yeah, that's gonna drop on June 2nd. So right now I'm working out like my 30-day content calendar, and I'm probably gonna hit on my boy Trey and shoot some videos and stuff, or not videos, but like content videos.
Oh.
So catch me on Ace 2 times on Spotify, Apple Music, based.2x on Instagram.
Fire. Man, I appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all having this interview, welcoming us in the shop, in the studio.
Thank you for
And
having us.
yeah,
Feel
thank
free
you
to
for
come
time.
back, yeah.
I am Dalen, D-A-L-E-N. This is NMG Chemo. You see what I'm saying? Kinte. Baby eyes. Ace 2 times. We is Pirate Mafia.
Look
Thank
out
you
for-
having a great time.
Look out for Pirate Mafia Volume 1, the mixtape coming soon.
Look. You see what I'm saying? Pirate Mafia.